Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining the podcast. I really appreciate it. This is a journey that I've been talking about doing for a long time, and I'm finally tackling it. And I'm actually really stoked that I have my friend Austin Clifton on with me. Before we get started, just want to let we go over, being a graphic designer, some things that you can do if you want to get in that kind of field. Go over some music stuff. Go over some of the things that I've done in my past, in my life, that a lot of you don't know that I've done. And some of the time frames that I use are very, very off. After re-listening to the podcast, I realized some of it sounds a little confusing, and I hope that anyone that actually knows the timeline is like, "Hey, that didn't happen." It's like, hey, don't get too upset about it. I know I messed up on some of those timelines, so you know, just don't be too harsh. This is my first one, and I really appreciate everyone joining. I will get better at this, I promise, and I won't be stuttering as much. But overall, I had a really good time with Austin, and I appreciate him being here. So again, thanks for coming to the Breakdown Riff podcast. Look forward to making more of these things. Oh, this is awkward. All right. Thanks, Austin, for being 6 minutes into this recording, and now we're starting it. Thanks for hanging out with me. It was nice seeing you today. But yeah, I just, how is Austin Clifton? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I would say exhausted more than anything. I think it's just overworking myself is really what's getting to me right now. I'm now as of recently, I've just declared I'm having 2 days off now instead of 6 weeks, so that's gonna be better on my body. But I'm doing pretty good. I just finished with yesterday with a client for designing their new single art. They're a band from New York. Won't say the band though, but they're they're pretty cool guys. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool guys, and I've known them since I've known two of them since before they even joined that band, which was 2 years ago. So I'm proud of them.
Okay, so a band from New York that's all guys. All right, so as long as I could look up a list of bands that just has only guys, I'll eventually find out who it is.
I mean,
my god.
I mean, the New York scene's pretty big. There's a lot of different bands. Because New York is not just even New York. It's New Hemisphere. All that's considered the New York scene. New England, New Hemisphere.
New Hemisphere.
Yeah.
New Hampshire.
Oh yeah.
I was so confused. I was like, New Hemisphere. I was like, is that a city I don't know about?
That is a city. That is actually a city.
Oh my god, that's so funny. New Hampshire?
That is a city, but not in this country.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Honestly, when you said New Hemisphere, my brain was immediately like, Hemisphere's the band? What? Oh my god, that's so funny.
I was trying to say it, but I was, what's it called? I was actually listening to Hemisphere earlier today, so.
You really? What? That's cool. That's
yeah, I like what's it called? The point to, I think it's Point of View or something like that. That's the song I was listening to. I like it because the kick drums are really it's really punchy.
Yeah, I don't remember who it is that they went through to record that EP. Cause that's the single or is that the new single or is that the one that's on the EP?
It's just a song that's on the EP.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we did that dual. Well, wait, was it a dual? Well, we did our first tour with them. I think they put their EP out the same. I think it was the same time we put our record out, or maybe it was a little bit after. I know they had singles out. It's been 2 years.
I mean, they only put one single out. And then the actual record itself.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about back when we were touring though with them though. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, that was 2 years ago. Wow. That sucks. 2 years ago? Holy shit.
It seems like longer than that because I was watching the Titansodes of that tour recently,
Oh
and
yeah?
man, that's some cringy stuff right there.
Dude, it's great. Don't you love it? I love that we decided to just
I love it, but
film
at the
it.
same time, I know you guys personally, and I know
Yeah.
you guys how you guys act now, and it's just like this is so cringy. Like the only person who stayed the same was probably Jordan. Like it's very similar to back then and now.
Wait, what did I change? I changed? Hector changed?
Yeah.
What? Oh man, I have to go back and watch those
Well,
then.
guess what? Guess what? Hector has a beard now. Before he didn't.
Oh, that's right. He shaved it off actually right before we went on tour. I remember that. You know what's funny is when he shaved his face, I looked in my kitchen and I heard him talking, and he just looks at me, and then every time he talked, I was like, "Stop talking. Who are you? What are you? What? Stop!" It was so confusing seeing Hector with a full on beard, like down to his chest, and then all of a sudden he's baby face, and he
Yeah.
cut his hair, so he literally like was a whole new human being. It was insane.
Baby Hector.
Dude, it was more like his evil brother, Vector.
Victor.
Victor. New Vector.
Like it's like what's it called? It's like Vector from Despicable Me.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh my god, that's so funny now that I think about it. He didn't have a bowl cut though. Didn't he have a bowl cut?
Nobody's getting close to there though.
Oh god. Anyway, so how's the the designing now that you're a featured like artist and you get to like promote that you do graphic design?
I mean, they realistically me. I mean, I think it's just me being on their website kind of just features me. You know, they I think what they do is they rotate it on their homepage of their actual artists or who they feature on, like
Mm-hmm.
every like week. So every other week it'll be someone different, or every like no, it's every day someone's different on there.
Do you feel like have you gotten any like traction of any sort since you've been on it?
I wasn't expecting to. I wasn't expecting to. A lot of like freelancers like don't. I guess so. The way that it works with freelancing designing is that you're on your own doing this. You have to find either people come to you or you find it yourself.
Yeah.
I've noticed with me, I've actually been getting a lot more clients than people that, like, so the thing is, I know like three different designers, one that's like, in Utah, one that's in Portland, and then one's on the East Coast. Those three designers specifically, they all have very similar styles, and you can just look at like based on their merch designs and, their single art and cover art designs. So a lot of like or a lot of like musicians, artists, and bands now are looking for new and fresh styles of design because that whole like hardcore look
Yeah.
on like band merch and everything. There's a lot of people that are going like away from that because it's just an overdone thing in the the design industry. It's kind of like for like a year and a half to 2 years, it was very popular and trendy. But with all things in art, trends don't last forever.
No, they don't.
Trends for a reason, and that's why my personal my style is at its peak right now, and I expect it to jump. And the reason why I say that is because the way musicians and artists are forming and creating new stuff is the style that I like create as well. I have a very aesthetic, like very minimalistic kind of style that I like to keep. And so that's what a lot of like bands are doing. Like a lot of like metalcore and like gent and post-hardcore bands want is that minimalistic, style. Something simple, something glowy, something fresh, And a lot of people are, not really going towards that anymore.
It's something I realized, because I mean, you kind of show me a lot of what you're doing, and I see it as part of the new wave of like the new merch lines that are coming out. Cause I feel like between 2017 and 2020, more like 2017, 2019, I feel like there was like a really big movement for just one color font on a shirt or on a pair of pants or whatever it is. There wasn't multiple designs, but once I started seeing Spite or like Outsider, even Fit for a King, and like some other bands like that, they started adding like a picture with or like a picture with it with words. I know Spite and Outsider, which is Darius's brand, are both really well known of like taking like a horror movie and then they just take a frame and then make it a picture on their shirt and then add like fucking Killer Be Killed or fucking Outsider, Cult or whatever to it. And I'm seeing bands develop that into their merch lines. And I think about like Titan sometimes and I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna do? We're gonna go look up the scene of fucking that dude kicking that one guy into that fucking hole. This is madness. Fuck. And we're gonna take that and then put lyrics on it and go, all right, Last Titan. There you go, boom.
I've noticed a lot of like what's it called? You like when it comes to like being a brand or just anything or like a brand, a band or anything that wants to represent something, you like they try to tend to follow like specific trends. I've noticed that with like Avoid recently. So like their more hardcore style merch that they have, that's part of a trend that's been going on since like, late 2017, 2018. And, but I see it now as like that trend's going to go away soon. Like, and if that's all graphic designers or artists, are making is just that specific style, I mean, you have to like step out the trend, because
I feel like it's kind of like the Rose thing, the whole Rose era, which is 2017, 2019. It's when like everyone was doing like the hand with the rose on everything. You know what I'm talking about? And like, I mean, fuck, even I'm literally the shirt underneath my sweater right now has that on it. I'm wearing a simple sweatshirt that says Path, and that's it. There's nothing glamorous. We don't live in the 2007, 2009 era anymore, or 2007, 2011, where it's like you want that crazy ass artistic like werewolves eating each other, bring me shit or something,
Well, I see. So some of that stuff can come back. You don't know though that's the thing.
Oh, I'm so down. It'll be so cool.
Trends like come and go a lot. Like I'll give an example. Like I follow this page every day on design trends, and I only follow it to see what like, because as a designer it's very competitive, so you want to make sure you're up to date on everything. So it's like there's some trends that are being used in like 2021 that were used in like the very early stages of graphic design. They're just modernized.
Yeah, honestly, a good example is Avoid. Like literally those guys are always, every time I see their stuff, I'm always like, I've seen that somewhere else. But I love how they like incorporate like the NASCAR setup. They have like, it says Avoid and it has like the bars and the colors in it. And I'm like, that's so cool. Or the Metallica one, I bought that one. I love that shirt. It's literally Avoid. It's like they took a Metallica style shirt, but they made it their own vision. And it's such a fucking badass idea. Oh man, that's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, even with like Metallica's like merch line, the Metallica name is more than just a band. They're literally a brand. Like
Yeah.
this is very, thing to say, but like you probably agree with me on this. That like, how many times have you seen someone wear a shirt but not be a fan of the music? Like
God.
you see someone like wear a Metallica, like someone wearing a crop top like Metallica, them not being a fan at all. They have no idea. They're just wearing it because it's a brand of style.
Yeah. See, okay, so I'm on both sides. I hate that people wear merch and don't listen to the music. And I only don't like that because I just kind of feel like it's like, you don't even know anything about it. Like, why are you even associating yourself with it? Like, if you're going to wear it, at least know one song. At least be able to say, oh, you know what? I'm not the biggest fan, but you know what? I really love this song or this album, or I really love the designs. I'm not a really big fan. At least tell me something positive about it that you like. about themselves or whatever, you know? I feel like that's at least needed. But at the same time, I'm just kind of like, yeah, wear whatever the fuck you want. Please wear all the band merch so that you could just spread the word. And when someone says, hey, you like that band? Not really. They're not my favorite, but you know what? The shirt's cool. And then boom, just word of mouth. Like, that's visual, you know, it's like visual, like, what am I thinking of? It's like just spreading the word out, you know, and just, it's free advertisement at that point, you know, and if someone buys your shirt, hell, you just made a couple bucks and someone doesn't even like your band, but hey, you sold a fucking shirt and they're walking around, so that's their advertisement. And like, that's literally what every single band wants. Everybody wants to have a way to advertise their name. And well, it's pretty much out there that you are the new bass player for Titan. And like what I was talking to you about earlier about like the belt idea, dude, belts have not been a thing for like 10 years. I'd say like 8 to 10 years. And a lot of people are like, why wear a belt every day? No, I'm talking about like the cool belt buckle ones. Like that kind of like fell off for a while.
You want to know something crazy?
Yeah.
I've been wearing the same belt for 14 years.
You need to probably gain some weight and maybe get taller. I don't know.
Well, no,
damn.
So this belt is actually my cousin Terry's. Was his belt, and like he just left it at my house one time, like when we were younger and growing up. Oh no, okay, I'm not gonna say 13. I lied. Okay, it's been like less than that. It made like 7 years. So 7 years, 8 years. It was at my house. He just left it there, and you know I couldn't find any of my belts because I was tired of those like dad belts that my like dad was like gave me, and that was kind of like. Because like when I was like growing up, my parents would never take me clothes shopping and everything like that. So they just settled from like stuff that they gave me, which is kind of lame. But anyways, he had that, and I was like, man, that's cool. I'll just keep the belt then. I'm not going to go back to him. He was fine, and he knows from this day he knows that I have this belt still.
That's funny.
I still, like I said, I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing it right now. It's the belt I use literally every day. I want a new belt. The problem is though. My size.
Yeah,
true. They don't make a belt in the size I have, which is for my size I wear like for men it's like 29.
Shit. Why don't you get just a smaller belt though, like a kid size belt?
Absolutely not, because those things are too tight. There's a middle ground to it. So technically you don't have to wear a belt if it just fits naturally. But I wear a belt just because that's a natural human thing. I just do. That's a natural, like, thing I just do. It's just, you get up in the morning, put on pants, you want to put on a belt. You feel safe when you have your belt on.
I guess. I don't think anyone's trying to steal my virginity, so that's why I don't wear a belt.
You're crazy. You're crazy. No, but it's just a routine thing. Like, I don't know. It's just, you do it's kind of your regular morning thing. You get up in the morning, put on pants, put on a belt, you put on a shirt, you're good to go. Obviously socks and shoes, but some people wear sandals when they leave the house.
That is very true. All right, let's go back around to your designing. So, do you see yourself within the next year leaving your 9 to 5 and being able to do graphic full time?
No, because it's not a next year thing. It's a very estimate thing. I told myself, when I finish with my associates, I will quit my day job. I won't do it anymore. I refuse to. I will quit my day job. I'm trying to think of maybe get like a small part-time job on the side just for a thing. But when I get my associates, I want to get my business license, and then when I get my business license, I'll take it from there. Because even when I finish my associates, I'll have more knowledge of design when I finish with my associates. It's just a thing, though, with my bachelor's that I want to get, and 100% do think it's going to happen. It's just taking time. But with my bachelor's, as soon as I, what's it called? When I get it, I'm going straight into the industry.
I mean, you're already making your way. I mean, from what I know,
like I said, it's a competitive thing though. It's like graphic design's a
Yeah.
competitive thing. And I think being a freelance graphic designer is harder and more competitive. And I don't want to do that because I don't want to rely on myself for a steady income like that. I mean, just think about it this way. My goal for a while has been trying to work for Apple, and
Yeah.
everybody in Apple, like the Silicon Valley that they have in their building, everybody in that building makes over 100K.
Damn.
So that's where I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go into their like be their product designer, the one who develops like, the like, cause Apple and Microsoft and companies like those, they have a very specific niche of how they like their designs, but it's not like the specific that I'm like on is like, I don't care about because I'll do that. But my goal is I want to do that for a while, but I also want to be the art director so I can be the one who chooses how the apps look when
Damn.
for the future.
Damn, that's some next level.
So it's just something I've thought about for so long, and I know I can manage that. With even being in Titan, the reason why I say that is because I don't physically need to be there to do that. I can be at home doing this.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I decided to take up the video camera stuff because I guess I'm on the same boat of like wanting to have something to do that I don't physically need to be somewhere else, like at a 9 to 5 job. That means if I'm at a 9 to 5 job, then I'm there all day and then I have a couple hours to do some stuff and then that's it. It's like, I would rather be able to live off of just filming and having more fun. I'd rather be stressed out about a deadline with a video than working 9 to 5, being miserable, not stressed out about a video that I get to see hundreds of thousands of people enjoy. Even though it may never even reach that ever, but I mean, I don't know. I've kind of hit a point in my life where I'm just like, I don't fucking care at all about what anybody thinks. I just don't anymore. Last year was a fucking huge test, and it was like, you need to get thicker skin, Ryan, and I'm just like, yeah, I do, and I'm gonna have it, and from here on out, whatever people say, I'm just gonna be like, okay, are you done being a high schooler and talking shit? You know what I'm saying? But what if someone wanted to get into graphic design, what would you suggest to them?
I would suggest learning before anything, is learning the fundamentals of it, learning how the software works that you'd be using. Whatever software you're using, make sure you stay with that program for a certain amount of time and just kind of like explore around it, mess with it, you learn the fundamentals, and don't try and like rush things. Take your time because the more you do it, the better it's going to get. It's literally practice. I mean, it took me so long to do so, like I would make, cause you can make, the more you make things, random things, the more you practice, the more you perfect what you're trying to do, the better it will get. Because, I mean, it's very, like I said, I mean, if you like to do it for fun, then you're going to have so much fun just doing it. I mean, just learning it, watch YouTube videos. I mean, it's not hard to do like graphic design. It's not hard to get into it, but you have to stay consistent, learn the fundamentals, the knowledge behind it. And then if you want to get really serious into it though, I mean,
Yeah.
there's two types. There's freelancers, and then there is literally people with degrees. That's literally gonna be like me. The people with degrees are the ones that will have that steady salary paycheck and will have that stability. But with freelancing, you're not tied down to any company. You're not told what to do. You're your own boss. You can do your own hours. But the
Yeah.
thing, so it's all up to you to make that though. You have to find your resources to explore, market yourself. So I
Yeah.
mean, there's a 50-50, I mean, I'm on the side as I want this stability to where I could be, steady with an income and be okay and, be able to live versus someone. I'd rather have that versus be my own boss, because the reason why I don't want to be my own boss is because, one, I'm human and I get lazy at times. And there's sometimes, well, I'll just feel like saying no, and I just can't say no when I'm like doing freelancing. That's literally like my job.
That's your paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, me getting up in the morning is my paycheck, you know? I mean, you have to, I don't want to do that just because it's just, I don't want to rely on myself. I mean, you know?
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I've done a lot of jobs. I've owned a skateboard shop. When I was 16 years old, I opened up a skateboard shop, with my parents. I had a bunch of money saved up, um, and, um, it was like, cause I used to sell pigs and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would sell pigs, and then I would save some of it, and then I would usually, well, I can't say I would save some of it, because I would end up like spending it on like whatever console was coming out that year. Cause I was young, I was stupid, I was a little kid. But, that was before I was 16, sorry, I went back too many years. But, so, catching up, when I was 16, a local skate shop closed, and at this point, I never did anything. I was still a kid. I was only 16. And so my mom, the local skate shop closed, and my parents were like, "Hey, you're really into skateboarding. Let's open up a skate shop." And so I was like, "Holy crap, this is really happening? Sure, that'd be awesome." So we opened the skateboard shop, and that was my first official actual job, is running a business with my parents. Of course, they did way more work than I did because I didn't really know much, but I learned customer service. I learned how to invoice. I learned how to order stuff. I learned how to run a cash register. I learned all like how to do the money stuff. And then I did the building the skateboards, selling them, blah 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 blah, all that good stuff. And then I started hosting. My skate shop started hosting skate competitions at the local skate park. And so we would put on these, and these are like massive these are like, we had like hundreds and hundreds of people show up to these fucking things. And we did, I think we did one year, I think we did one or two one year, and then the next year, I think we did three. And the second year we did it, I placed, no, the first year we did it, no, second year, oh man, this was like 10 years ago. I think it was the second year we did it, I placed second place overall and it was a 3-day circuit, and I fucking placed second. I was like, going to be a pro, like that's what my goal was in life. And so everything I did was dedicated to that. And then skate shop closed, and I just all of a sudden like fell out of it. And I was pretty, like, my whole like atmosphere of skateboarding was gone. Like my feeling of like my love for it was gone. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. Here I am, 20 years old, not knowing what the hell I want to do. And then all of a sudden, I started hanging out with Jordan, and we were like, "Hey, let's start a clothing line together." Okay. So me and Jordan tried starting a clothing line together, and very shortly after, we actually have a couple of shirts out too, and we had like handbags and stuff. So we were running that together, and then I decided, hey, let's join the military. So me and Jordan tried joining the service together, but I had too many tattoos, so they were like, no, and Jordan didn't have any at the time. But then he ended up getting like a sleeve one, like top of his shoulder, so they let him go through because it was non-visible. And then after that, I just kind of went back to skating because that was the only thing I was good at. And then all of a sudden, one day, I'm at my friend Dylan's house, and okay, so this is how I got into my first band. So I'm at my friend Dylan's house, and he's like, yeah, like I have a band and stuff. And I was like, what? No way. Like, that's fucking crazy. Mind you, he was dating my cousin at the time. So that's why I went over to his house, because he was dating my cousin. And, she was like, oh my God, yeah, I'm dating Dylan now, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what the hell? That's crazy. Like, I'll come visit you guys. So when I went to go visit, we're having a good time hanging out. And also, Garrett, the bass player to White Wolf, he was living there too. They all had like a house together, like a little band house, and stuff. So, hanging out with all of them. and Garrett moves out, you know, blah, 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 all that stuff. He goes, lives his own life and has a good time. With I think it's his girlfriend. That's when he moved out with her, I think. I don't know. It's fucking been so long. Just like, that was like 10 years ago as well now. Jesus Christ. But anyways, so this is like, fast forward to 2014. I'm at Dylan's house and he's like, yeah, man, like, you know, we're about to practice. You should, you know, hang out. And I was like, okay, sure. So I hang out and I was like, oh man, like you guys are good, which they were good. They were a punk, pop punk, hardcore, I guess. I don't know. They were like a Day to Remember, but like more punk style, I guess. And, yeah, so I go to their practice one day, and then the next weekend, he says, hey, I want you to come back over. And I was like, okay, cool. So I go back over, and I'm hanging out, and they go through their set one time, then we go out front, and they start, like, kicking a fucking soccer ball around, smoking cigarettes, and then they go back inside. They play one song, and then their bass player just fucking walks out. And they're like, yo, Forrest, where you going? And he's like, I'm done. And they were just like, what? And he's like, yeah, I'm done. And he just walks across the street to like a group of people and just walks away. And like everyone just looks at each other, and then Dylan goes, hey, Ryan, do you want to learn how to play bass? And I was like, no. And he's like, get the fuck inside. And I was like, oh my God. So I ran inside, and yeah, dude, he was like, literally, he was physically hitting my hands to teach me how to play bass. Cause up to that point, I never touched an instrument. Like I played, I know no one can see my hands, but quotation marks of saying played, because Garrett played guitar, so he would show me things like every now and then, but realistically, I didn't know anything about an instrument. And he was like, you have a week to learn 7 songs, because we have a show we're playing in Stockton. And I was like, fuck, okay. And, or no, not in Stockton, well, no, it was Crow's Landing, kinda, in the middle of fucking nowhere. It was at an airplane hangar kind of thing. Yeah, super, super cool, right? Anyways, yeah, so I had to learn 7 songs, but they were like, well, you're only going to learn these 4. And I was like, okay, so why do I have to learn 7? Anyway, so I learned the 4 in a week. I go to work, I get off, I go straight home, or technically I go straight to Dylan's house, jam it, trying to learn it, go straight home, fucking staying up till like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, teaching myself these songs. And then by the end of the week, I went to a show. And there's a picture on my Instagram of my very first show. I still have the first picture of my first show. And, yeah, I play the show, and we all wore matching fucking flannels because we're fucking dorks. And, yeah, like, it was pretty cool. It was really fun. And I remember they were like, after the show, they were like, all right, you're official. And I was like, really? Like, I'm in a band? Like, you are in a band. I was like, oh my God. And that was my break into music. And then ever since, like, and then my second show was when I played with We Came as Romans.
That is insane.
Yeah, I was like, all right, now that I'm in this shit, like, we're gonna fucking do some shit. So, yeah, I started getting us shows, and yeah, that was I started just taking off from there. And then I was like, music's all I want to do, no matter what it was. I didn't care. But now, like, we're going to fast forward even farther. So now we're in 2019. And in 2019, I was touring in a band, running merch for Fearless Records, running merch for Black Craft Cult, at festivals, and booking shows. I would say booking my own shows, but also, like, booking my own shows in different areas. But I would also help book other band shows, like, that are coming through town. You know, I'd be like, you know, these are the bands you're going to want to play with. Hit up this person. Mainly, I think 90% of the people I would send, though, I'd be like, talk to Chad, from Bit Crusher Presents. He's the guy you want to talk to. He's the one that will get you a venue. I'm just going to be the middleman. But yeah, and then, like, you know, 2020 happened and that fucking fell apart. But I still have this feeling that it's like, I need to do something musically, no matter what it is. I just need to be involved with music. Like, I can't, like, I think about, like, and the reason why I brought up all this is because I was so hardcore into skateboarding, and then I started doing business stuff, and I thought that was going to be my whole life, business and skateboarding. And then I realized that, like, it was okay to let go of that and it was okay to move on, and I got into music. And I guess anyone that's listening to this could really take in that just because you're really invested in something doesn't mean that's your final like stop for the rest of your life, because one day you might grow out of that, and it's okay to let it go instead of hold on to it. And I kind of feel like the same thing goes for, you know, your graphic design style, where you're like, yeah, everyone's doing this trend right now, but one day you're gonna have to move on from it to stay relevant to, you know, within the scene, but also within yourself. You have to grow, and that's what I'm doing musically as I'm growing. And now that I have, you know, you in the band and Steven in the band and the person that we're not going to say who's in the band, now that you know, all of us are in it, well, and Hector, I feel like we're taking things to the next level, and I am so fucking beyond excited to go that next level. Which,
Okay. So I wanted to ask you this. I think this is kind of a very, like, I guess more of a toward a personal, but it's like, if you were like, would you say like, with, let's say none of the the members changed this, like, let's say like the members that you had, like, let's say last year, nothing changed at all, same members. Would
okay,
you say like things, how would you see the self as a future with that lineup? Not saying like they can't do anything musically. I'm just saying that, like, where do you, with that lineup, would you see like a different, like,
okay,
path?
so you're saying if Ugo and Jordan were still in the band, and John was
Yeah,
still in the band, if all three were
and
still in the band?
yeah.
Okay, so if Jordan, John, and Hector, or Ugo, sorry, Hector is in the band. If Jordan, John, and Ugo were all still in the band, um, yeah, I'm pretty sure we would have put out the second record by now, or the third record by now, 100%.
But do you think? Well, but the thing is, do you think, like, you know, like, do you think it'd be different though? Like the path that you seek, like with the next 2 years or a year, do you think it'd be like different with the new versus the old? You know, the direction, like, because I mean, anything in life you choose, whether you, like, let's say I chose to drink a soda today, it's gonna make me feel not too good. Or versus I'm gonna drink water today, it's gonna make me feel good. It's two different directions your day could go. So, like, do you think, like, you know, keeping with like the old lineup versus the new lineup is gonna go, like, would it stay the same direction that you think it was gonna go before, like now, or do you think it's gonna go in a different direction?
Well, seeing as in we are still taking aspects from what we used, or were using, sorry, and just carrying them over with a new voice, I feel like it's just a different, it's like almost like a restart. But it's like, you know what it is? It's a new game plus. That's exactly how it is. It's like we played our first playthrough and we got as much done as we could. And now we're going to do new game plus, where we're going to take all the experience, all the numbers, all the followers, the friends, the fans, the family we created, and we're going to start a whole new chapter with all of them. And it's, in my mind, it's starting at zero. And when I say I'm starting at zero, I'm talking about as in I'm starting at the bottom all over again, because I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea if we put this next single out, if people are going to be like, holy shit, this is absolutely a banger and I can't wait for more. Or if they're going to be like, oh man, your fucking new vocalist fucking sucks. The old guy was better, blah, 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 because it could go up, down, left, right, south. I don't fucking know. But at the end of the day, there are 7 billion fucking people in this world. There at least has to be one person that likes the fucking song. And as long as one person likes it, that's all that matters to me. I will play a show for one fucking person again. I've done it before. I've played at shows where no one was there besides the bands that we were playing with. Like, it happens. I've played sold out shows. I played shows in the middle of fucking nowhere where all of a sudden there's 500 people and I'm just like, where the fuck did 500 people come from? We're in the middle of nowhere. If it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen. I can't force my life to happen, but what I can do is make sure that I'm doing what I want to do, and as long as I'm happy doing it, and everyone around me is also happy being a part of it, it's gonna grow and it's gonna prosper. And we're gonna get haters. Everybody has haters. Even people that have no reason to be hated, they're hated for no reason. At that point, it's not even real hate. People are just being dumb. And like that's all I've learned is that people are gonna hate it. I already know people are gonna talk shit, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, and I don't care. I really don't care. Your comment or whatever it is really irrelevant to me. I'm gonna focus on those people that actually like it because these are the people that I want to see at a show. I want to say hi to. I want to take a picture with. I want to be friends with these people, not you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, excuse me. I'm drinking water. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I would have loved to stick with our old lineup. Not because I don't like any of you guys, because I love all you guys. You guys are all awesome. But it's more just because we were on an incline, and it was just like, cool. I don't have to worry about my members quitting. I don't have to worry about trying to find new members. We could just keep writing songs together and keep progressing together and pushing together, and it was awesome. Shit hit the fan, things happened, and we got new people. So now I have to create this atmosphere and this relationship with all of you guys and keep doing that. I have to keep growing, and we all have to grow together, which, it'll take some time, but
I think it's so far, it's going pretty good. I mean, I've known you. I mean, I've known you and Hector since pretty much since like early 2019.
yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
what's it called? It's just like when I joined, it felt the right thing to do. It felt the most thing to do because the thing with me is I didn't want to be in a new starting band.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. I've been in so many bands where I didn't want to waste any of my time. I didn't want to waste time anymore. It's not my thing. I mean, so it's just like, I mean, coming into it though, it felt like a family that is just like opening their arms, like, hey, come here, let's hug.
Yeah, that's how Hector is. He hugged you.
That's literally how it is. Yeah.
So, before we wrap things up, what's next for Austin Clifton?
There's a lot of things that's coming up. It's a lot of musical things that's like you don't even know about. It's like I just
Oh,
haven't
wow.
told. I haven't told you. It's not like I'm not joining another band or anything like that because I wouldn't do that. It's just like a whole new song with a new direction,
Well, yeah, you told me about this.
but it doesn't sound the way you sounds. It also is coming with a music video.
Oh, interesting.
So it's very like it's a lot of communication that's happening. I'm trying to keep it on the down low as much as I can, just as because that's how like I'm trying to be more towards my life. It's just I
Yeah.
think I don't want to. I don't think anybody should like know how my life is. I don't think anybody should know about my personal life. I don't post on Facebook as much as like I used to, like personally, like like how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
A lot of it's not like people would say, oh, why were you bottling up in yourself? Well, I'm not. It's just, I'm human. I deserve privacy. I don't want, I mean, it's just what it is. It's like, cause there's a lot of people that know me and it's
Yeah.
really like frustrating when people know me as just Austin Clifton. And when people know me as just Austin Clifton, that's a very personal thing.
Yeah. So what do you
Cause
want them to know you by? Gent 24? Gentleman 24?
that's my Snapchat username. Shut up.
Dude, that's your Xbox username too.
Oh yeah. Well, guess what? I was like, how old was I when I made that? What year is this?
2021.
Like 5 years ago.
Damn. Fuck, that's crazy.
So
Okay, so wait, I got another question. So what's it like joining Titan?
it's different.
Well, that looks the way you're saying that, and the way that you look like you're very unhappy about that decision.
Well, no, it's different. I'm enjoying it so far. I love it. It's different because this is like literally the happiest thing I've been in. To whereas me myself, like I'm like super like simple, and I will settle for a coffee shop, guitar, and just singing because it's just peaceful. To whereas it's different because I'm like this is heavier. There's a lot more social to this, and it's not it's I love it, but it's saying it's like it's different, and I like different. I like putting myself into different things because that's me. I am different. Fuck everybody who says differently. Get it? Different? Okay. Anyways.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
dude, when we jam that new song, every time we jam it, I'm just like, I just want to play it for other people so bad.
Okay, so I'm not gonna spoil, but every time I play this song, I feel like I'm about to beat the shit out of someone.
Dude, that's how I feel, dude. I just feel like people are gonna be like, all right, now that they released this song, I expect this exact fucking energy the way that it's being portrayed through the song. Like, and we're like, I mean, even when we jam it, like, holy shit, dude. Like, to everybody that didn't see the Instagram or Facebook Live we played the new song on, I feel bad because, dude, we threw down so hard on that live stream.
Okay, like, so during the live stream, I swear, like, I was, like, sweating during Party with Bears. It was just, like, so much energy that was in that. I was, like, I don't know, we were running through the songs like we were running through our minds. Like, it was like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. And then when the new song came, I was like, oh my god, this is happening. We're going to play this for everybody on the live stream. Like, oh my god. And then I love that after we played it, like 10 more people joined, and I'm just like, well, we're done. We just played an hour set list. Like, sorry you missed it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So it gets.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I think like we should do like more live stream stuff when things get like more like when we get the song out. I just think when we're like publicly and officially announced, I mean,
Yeah, no, I understand.
But you might as well announce me. All right, guys. If Ryan posts this on his Facebook, I mean, and everybody listens to it, might as well call it official.
Yeah, right. Well, everyone in Sacramento is going to listen to this podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm just waiting to just officially Facebook post it. That way it's official.
I know. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to announce you, Steven, and the new vocalist.
Who's the new vocalist?
I can't tell you.
Oh damn!
It rhymes with milk truck.
Milk truck.
It doesn't. Wait, what?
That's a Tuck.
Tuck. Oh, yeah, Tuck from Pittsburgh Kings are new vocals, guys. Fuck. Oh no, I was gonna say something. God damn it! Now I'm laughing. Yeah, no, it'll be cool when we announce you guys officially and all that. But if you what's one of your most favorite breakdown riffs? I'm gonna ask this to everybody that I interview on this. Like, what is your favorite riff that's in a breakdown, or maybe just your favorite breakdown overall that you could think of, where every time you hear it, you're like, oh fuck, I know this is gonna happen. Or either your favorite one or at least 3 really good ones. Any order.
This band doesn't exist anymore. They were a local band. It was As Pillars Fall, and the song was Apathetic.
Oh yeah, they're from Seattle, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're not a band anymore. It was a band for a while and then stopped. Anyways, that's one, and then Not the American Average.
Oh yeah,
dude,
when that happens, oh my god, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, so that one I just know, like, if you were to play without the whole song, just that breakdown, I can just tell you who it is. Like, I just can close my eyes and I can have my ears half covered. It was just, I've listened to that song so many times. Like I know the words by like memorized. And one day, because no other person will do this, I'm gonna have to cover it myself on stage because no one else will do it. Like I can't ever listen to that song live again
Why?
because no one will play it live. Ask Alexandria won't play it live. They don't play
Last
any.
time,
They
last
don't
time
play.
I saw them, they played it.
They won't. They won't play anything from Stand Up and Scream. The only things they play are from Death to Destiny. Maybe one song from what's it called? One song from Reckless and Relentless. And then they're self-titled, and then they have their whole new album. But they're trying to.
I don't know, man, because last time I saw them, they played like 3 songs off that record.
Well, their biggest, the song they play the most is that they play more than any of their older stuff is Moving On. That's Moving On and Someone Somewhere is the only ones they play mainly.
Someone Somewhere is a good one too.
But see, they don't even play the Someone Somewhere you think of. They play it the new version.
Oh, there's a new version?
Yeah, they have an acoustic version that they play.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait, didn't they put a whole acoustic record out actually?
No.
Oh, what?
So they
they did a cover one. They did a cover record. It's just all cover songs.
Yeah, that has like the one from whatever, it doesn't matter. I know what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, but long story short, yeah, they I don't think they will. Okay, another thing, you will never hear the Black live.
Yeah. Nope.
You'll never hear the Black live. You'll never hear I Won't Give In. You'll never hear Lost Souls. You'll never hear Let It Sleep. You'll never hear any of that again.
Damn.
Well, it's just that's how I see it as, and I was like, well, guess what? Since you guys won't play it, I'll play it live. Why not? I know this, I mean, I love The Black. The Black is one of my favorite songs because of like the riff, the tone, just the whole thing. I mean, as much as you don't like Dennis Stoff's vocals,
okay, I think vocally he's talented. I just don't like the guy himself. For what he did to the band, I just think it's so fucked.
Well,
so
yeah,
I have no respect for him.
Yeah, I understand that. I just love I guess I would love the album just because it feels, it's like for my personal style of music, for like the heavier side, it's very like iconic to like what I like. And I like to like mix with like a lot of my influences with that specific album, then like as well as Vela Maya's music, and then a lot of like Tesseract. So like I'm pretty,
nice.
when it comes to influential, I'm a pretty much like I love like a lot of like gent and that kind of stuff, like Animate, Currents, Tesseract, Periphery, Vela Maya, all that stuff, just because it's just like her bass, the sound is very that. But when I play drums, my like style for drums is I love to play like rap beats. I love to play it because it's like rap and pop beats because it has a groove and it pops more. And
nice.
That's why I like it more than like playing metalcore, because like metalcore you're just hitting that crash and just hitting that snare as well. It's just the competitive, like the chorus is just kind of overdone, and I like things that challenge me.
Nice. Okay, so give me one more breakdown. You gave me 2, so I want a third one.
I'm trying to think of songs in my head. Avoid.
Electric Boogaloo 2?
The Finish Line 2.
Finish Line 2, Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah, because the song is just a breakdown song. It's entirely a breakdown song.
Doesn't it turn into a Foo Fighters song? Or is that a different song that they do?
That's a cover song. They just did separately.
Oh, wait, no, it's Paralyzer. Don't they have a song that turns into Paralyze?
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
That's just a cover song they did.
Well, I know.
That's a live thing they did too.
Yeah, I know, but I thought they had a song that like the beat at the end of their song like turned into the cover song.
It could be like, what's it called? One of like the like some of it was some of the new stuff. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. But the live stream they did was really cool. But man, I'm gonna start going like super off topic on that stuff. One more thing before I let you go. If people wanted to find you and contact you about artwork, where would they go?
AustinClifton.com.
AustinClifton.com. You got your own fucking website. You're official.
Yeah, you wanna know why? Because if you go to my contact, it has my my like public email for like designer, for like people that don't like want to message me through Facebook. Then I have my Instagram link, my Facebook link, my Snapchat's on there. My email link. It's all there. Just go to AustinClifton.com. Go to contact, scroll down below, all my contacts below.
That's cool. You're so professional.
I know.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for being my guinea pig. And this is the official one that I'm gonna be posting. And we'll do another one in a couple weeks or something, or because I'm gonna try to do more than one a week. To be honest, like I want to be able to do these frequently, just because it's for myself more than for everyone else. But I love the fact that other people do want to listen in, and I do appreciate it. But I just really need to talk to people about music.
I think you should just try like Mondays and Fridays, because Mondays start of people's week, Fridays the end of their weeks.
Yeah, but then it means I would have to record it Sunday and Thursday, or Sunday and any point between.
Why don't you just do it in the same day? But like,
I could do them the same day,
and then just release them separate days.
You know what? You're a smart man. That's why you have a website.
AustinClifton.com.
Hey, you know what? The band has a website. TheLastTitanBand.com. Yeah, I made that shit. I'm proud of it. I'm not the best, but I'm proud of it. All right, I'll catch you later.
All right, see ya.
All right, later. Have a good night.
Thanks for having me.